All right, I love factory smokes. I really love factory smokes sweet. That is my favorite go-to out of the factory smokes. But there's reasons I love factory smokes. It's good quality. It's good construction. It's it's budget friendly. I mean, let's be honest. I can grab a hold of one of these for, you know, a buck, buck and a half, $2, and have a good quality smoke. Have a good smoking experience. If I got to put it out, if I drop it, if I'm working and I'm not paying 100% attention to it, I don't feel bad. If I've got some new people over and they want to try cigars, they've never tried cigars before, this may be something I put in their hands, especially the factory smoke sweet. See? And I will say often that it smokes way above its price point. Right? It does. It does. But in the Drw Estate's portfolio, when we were there for Cigar Safari, we got to watch, and I think they called it the university. It was a room kind of off to the side, not completely, and it was where the brand new employees learning how to roll tobacco, learning how to roll cigars, this and that. This was where they started. They started making these. It's a little bit more mechanized. It's still handmade, but it's a little bit more mechanized. It's a whole lot less expensive as far as if the new guy ruins a bunch or if materials, it's you don't start them on Liga, right? And the great thing about Drw Estates is they have price points for everybody. They have a portfolio of flavors from light to medium to infused to heavy to full to large vitolas to small vitolas to fancy bands to simple packaging. Right? I mean, you got everything in there for you. So I love being able to grab a factory smoke, especially when I'm in the shop. I do. But I went to a place. I went to a country, 4th of July week, where everybody looked grumpy. And it was a cosmopolitan area, so it was very busy. New York, kinda ish. Everybody's running around. Everybody's in their own little world. And I thought maybe the people are just busy and they're just crowded and they're just ornery, or maybe they eat too much poutine and that cheese has got them blocked up and they just got some intestinal sadness that's just showing on their face. And then I walked into a cigar store. I'm not even going to talk about the Cubans for $450 a stick. Not going to talk about it. I will talk about the first level of sadness. This cigar is sitting in there. The band is a big, fat, green, ugly, military olive drab green band that doesn't have any decorations on it. It's just got basic script of what it is. It would say Drw Estate Factory Smoke Sweet. That's it. Kind of depressing. You look in their humidors, which are just a bunch of cabinets, kind of like that cabinet over there, just a little bit bigger, a little bit fancier. Everything was locked, by the way. Huge shop. I mean, huge. 700-800 facings. 600-700 facings. ST DuPont stuff, Cigar stuff, Calibri stuff, Jetline stuff, Vertigo stuff. Great humidors. Had Lamperget in there. Had 3 or 4 different jewelry companies. Had watches. I mean, high affluence. Everything was amazing. Some ashtrays I would have loved to have brought home. Just really, really, really top shelf. Everybody's dressed up that's working there. They're all speaking foreign languages like French or something. Parlez-vous? I don't know. So I went in there. I'll be honest. Went in there to get me a Cuban. Right? Not so much to smoke the Cuban, which I was going to, but more to be able to post on Facebook that I have a Cuban. To be honest. When I saw the Cubans at $450 for a stick, which went down to $75 for no-name cigars, $60 for no-name cigars, or $50 for cigars that were as big as your pinky. You wouldn't even taste it till you put it out. I'm like, nah, bruh. Nah. Now, the regular band is up under that green band, but you can't see it. It really destroys the whole experience. And I saw there were a bunch of companies there. And I saw Drw Estate, and I said, well, hey, Drw Estate's my people. I'm going to support my people. People, I'm cheap. I'm not, I am cheap. But I'm also not frivolous. I am cheap. I am. I'll squeeze a dime and get out 11 cents. I will. I'm born broke. So, it's just my mentality. But I am not, I'm not frivolous. I will spend money on experiences. And it will be top shelf because it's the experience. But I will be very selective. If I'm not all in 100%. Nah, I'm going cheap. So I was looking through Drw Estate stuff. And I saw, I don't know, 10, 12 different cigars. And it was in the Canadian money thing. And so I knew there was a conversion. But I knew there were some higher numbers. There were some Drw Estate cigars like at $100. I'm like, no. I got them in my humidor. And I'm like, what's the cheapest Drw Estate cigar I can buy? I'm honest. And bring home and show you all that green band and tell y'all, you go to Canada, you better bring your own cigars. Because it's crazy over there. Them people. Regular Joe Schmo ain't gonna get no cigar. Maybe once a year for Christmas. Anyway, I found Factory Sweet. It was a Factory Sweet Maduro. They only had Maduros. All right. And I had a hard time with the money exchange rate. I just kind of was lazy because Sarah was doing it on her phone. She found some app. And so she had been saying that this costs this much and this costs this much. And so the price on it, I was like, man, that sounds expensive. But maybe it's a 50% exchange. So if something was $100, it's really $50 American or something like that. I'm like, and it's going to be expensive, but it's not that bad. Well, that's not even close to the rate. It's like if it's $100, it's $96 or something. I don't know. Lord help you asked me to measure something in centimeters. Darn communist. Anyway, a factory smoke that I could buy here, good old US of A. $1.50, $2. Hard-working man. Cost of a Diet Pepsi. $5. I can have me a nice beverage, a nice cigar. God old glory on my head. $5. No soda. Had my hat on my head. I did wear this hat into Canada. Yeah, I'm that guy. $15 American. $15 American. This cigar did not come from Canada. This cigar came from that little humidor right there. Because there ain't no way I'm paying $15 for a factory smoke. No wonder everybody looks so sad. When you can't take a break and enjoy a good cigar for $15 or for $5. All right, yeah, it's expensive. It's a big city. I mean, we got that California, New York, and stuff like that. But $15? Nah, bruh. So, this video was not a review on the factory smoke cigar. This video was a review on the fact that we as Americans are blessed. I don't know if it's taxes. I don't know if it's what that they charge so much money for these cigars. We don't have that problem. We got problems, but we ain't got that problem. And I'll tell you what, You sit down, you smoke a cigar, and you have a chit chat with somebody. Seems like a lot of problems just fade away. They do for me. So, if you go to Canada and you want to buy a Cuban, you better just a lot of house payment. And if you want to buy a Drw Estate, might I suggest you bring them with you, because that's crazy. So, that's it. I hope y'all had a great 4th of July. I know I did. We traveled. Me and the First Lady got some time together in Canada and Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire. Never been there before. We get to check them off the box. So, great time. I love the First Lady so much, and I enjoyed our time together so much. And she would have said, you want to buy a Cuban, go ahead and buy it. Maybe. I wasn't going to do it. But I didn't even buy a factory smoke. She was surprised, but I'm like, no. I ain't doing it. So, that's it. I'm going to go. We'll have regular content next week. I promise. It'll be better next week. So, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And thank you for being an American citizen, because you make this country a better place. And thank you for being a citizen of the world, because you make the world a better place. And I mean that. You make my life better. And I love you. I'll see you later. Later, Tater.